or so, and then we'll get started. So here we go. Here's everybody. 14 people waiting. Dun, dun, dun.
Hi, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Welcome.
So I had I think it's an appropriate way to really start this, because I had a text from Bob this morning that was the way in which we wake up on a Sunday morning, which is good morning, good morning, good morning to my relay, good morning to you. Good morning.
See, it's just like real relay for life on the field. That's how Alan would wake us up on the morning after relay, after we've been camping out all night and walking the track. In the morning, the first thing we would hear is that song.
Yeah, we'd climb out of our tents all groggy and rub our eyes and wander out into the daylight.
And then people look at me and go, really? Really, you had to do that?
It's a tradition. Well, great. We're just waiting a few more moments just to make sure that as many people as can get on before we officially get started. And thank you all for joining us and welcome.
It's so exciting to see all these faces
Yeah.
all ready to go out and have a great time today, raising money for the Cancer Society. Thank you all so much for participating.
I even see a puppy there. Aww.
So can I make a suggestion to everybody that's on right now?
Has a purple bed.
Take the link, the link that we have right now to this Zoom meeting, put it in a post on Facebook and say, join us. Do it now.
Well, Karen, I say on with the show.
All right. Great. Well, a big official welcome to our North Peninsula Relay for Life of 2020, our first virtual event. You know, we are just happy to have all of you here. And we want to thank you for your support and welcome you. We're looking forward to a great day of events and ceremonies. And we're just going to go on, like Joe said, go on with the show, even if it's virtual. We're not going to let that stop us. So I think we're going to go ahead and get started with the, well, actually, I just realized, even though there's a lot of familiar faces, there may be some new ones. So just to introduce myself, my name is Karen Bachuki. I'm a member of our leadership team and committee for the North Peninsula Relay for Life. And we also have...
Good morning. I'm Joe Teresi. I'm Karen's co-host today. And, you know, Relay is all about working together. It's so amazing how much we can do when we all chip in and work together. Raising this money for the American Cancer Society is such a great cause and such a good example of collaboration. So another great example of collaboration is a chorus where a bunch of singers get together and make music. So we're going to start things off this morning with a rendition of the national anthem performed by the Mission Valley Chorus. Many of you know Randy Sahai. She's an active volunteer here in Millbrae. So as you're watching this video, be sure to look for Randy on the screen. And with that, I'm going to introduce the Mission Valley Chorus with our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we
back to Karen. You're on mute, Karen.
Great, there we go. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. What a beautiful rendition. As I mentioned, welcome to our first ever virtual Relay for Life. Today, we are here to celebrate, fight back, and remember virtually. Even though we cannot gather in person, we are determined to bring our community together. We want to celebrate our survivors. We want to remember those who have lost their battles and honor those who are currently fighting their battles. And we want to fight back together against this terrible disease so that we have more survivors, more birthdays, and hopefully someday find a cure. As you know, cancer hasn't stopped for COVID-19, so neither can we. And that's why I relay, that's why I'm here today. Cancer has touched our family. We've had some lucky survivors like my son, Gianluca, and my parents are both survivors, recent survivors. We've also had family members who lost their battles. And so it's incredibly important to us to keep the fight going and to bring the community together in the way that we do each year with Relay for Life. So as we get started, I also want to introduce and welcome our Millbrae Mayor, Ruben Holliber, who has always been a great supporter and participant of our Relay for Life of North Peninsula. How are you, Ruben? Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Karen. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you for everyone on the committee, Joe and Alan and Karen and everyone else who helped to organize this event through these uncertain times. I know our lives have all been impacted over the past year, but as Karen mentioned, cancer doesn't stop, and neither can the fight. So, thank you for organizing this as a virtual event. We hope to have everyone back in person, hopefully next year. And on a positive note, we are starting the groundbreaking of the Millbrae Recreation Center actually this week. And we will welcome everybody back in 2022. That's where I'll look excited about that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Ruben. It's also, I think we remember very clearly a few years back when the rec center had the terrible fire, and it was just a couple nights before our Relay for Life event, and it was so touching to see the community come together and overcome that that year. And this year we're coming together to overcome our current circumstances. So thank you so much for joining us and sharing such great news.
Yes, we're all excited.
And I think, Joe, you're up next.
Here I am. Well, thank you, Mayor Holliber. It's good to have you here. I also see Councilmember Pappen on the screen, so good to see you. And actually, I see a lot of familiar faces from years past. This is something that we've been doing for a while. This is actually our 10th anniversary and our 11th relay. So you see I have this shirt on from last year, but actually I think I'm getting a little warm, so I'm gonna pull this one off. And this was from 2017, so kind of gonna go back in time a little bit over the course of this Zoom. So we like to look back over the last 10 years of all the good that we've done in raising money for the American Cancer Society. This has really become a community tradition that we want to keep moving forward. But right now we're going to take a moment and look back at a retrospective of the last 10 years of Relay for Life of Millbrae and on the North Peninsula. Since 2010, Concerned residents of Millbrae, San Bruno, and Burlingame have been gathering annually at a special community event called Relay for Life to fundraise for the research and support programs of the American Cancer Society. Our theme has been and continues to be Celebrate Cancer Survivors, Remember Cancer Victims, and Fight Back Against Cancer.
Since 1913, when the American Cancer Society was founded, people have been drawn together by a very simple but urgent need: to stop cancer from hurting and destroying our lives. People just like us have kept the fight going ever since.
Millbrae needs you. All people that these flags represent need you. I would like to have all participants raise their right hand and repeat each line as a group. I confirm that we are here to celebrate the lives of cancer survivors, to support those fighting cancer, and to remember those we have lost. Our commitment will be symbolized in every step we take, each and every step, moving us nearer to our goal, the goal of a cancer-free world for future generations.
I'm 10 years old. Last May, my doctors told my parents I had leukemia. I didn't really know what it was or what was gonna happen to me. My parents and family were always there, so I knew everything would be okay.
Those we have lost to cancer. In a few hours, you'll start to see the luminaria bags circle the track, and as the day goes on, they will multiply. Take the time to get a good look at those paper bags. Each one is special and unique, and each one is a tribute to someone who has faced or is facing cancer.
Your perseverance and your strength touches every life you are a part of. Cancer has been trampled on, and you have risen above. We wouldn't be here without the support from people around us. We are a team, and in this bond we have trust. We are so close to finding a cure, but as of right now, we only have those who are near. So please, look at the person next to you and tell them that you love them. We don't know when another life will be taken, so let's spend time together so our relationships will be strengthened. If we stand together, cancer will not be able to grow, for it is limited. It cannot take our hope.
I want to officially welcome you all to the 2016 Millbrae Relay for Life.
So I'm proud to have my cancer survivor shirt.
Is the awesome team that came together from Millbrae to find a new location and put this together here in one day. A lot of communities would not be able to do that.
You know, put together a team, you know, put together your friends and come on out. It's really a lot of fun, so.
Knowing that so many people in the community are touched by cancer, and a lot of kids here themselves have experienced it or their parents haven't, so if we can bring some cheer to the event and connect with family and friends and kids, that's what we want to do.
My name is Karen Machuki. I'm the Millbrae Relay for Life event lead. My son, John Luca, he's 11 years old. He is a cancer survivor. He's been cancer-free for 7 years. The more hope and support and involvement we have, the better. We walk to celebrate those who are survivors, to remember those we've lost, and to fight back so that we can find a cure.
I'm Joe Teresi, and I'm a member of the leadership team for this year's Relay for Life here in Millbrae. So I'm just here to support all the people in my life that have been impacted by cancer. It just brings a real sense of oneness to all the folks here in Millbrae.
We've done a lot in our community, also bring our community together. You'll see at our event, the Millbrae Rotary Club doing registration, the Millbrae Lions Club doing food, the Mills High Interact Club doing the Luminaria ceremony. The groups that come in are fantastic. Full day of entertainment, a full day of fun, a full day of community, all based upon stopping, preventing cancer from taking place.
Since 2010, with the support of hundreds of volunteers, participants, individual donors, and sponsors, Relay for Life has raised over $500,000 for the American Cancer Society here on the North Peninsula. Relay for Life has truly become a community tradition. This year, in spite of the COVID-19 pandemic, we continue that tradition of giving, celebrating, remembering, and fighting back. So let's have a great day together, starting right now. Yay, let's have a round of applause for ourselves. That's a lot to be proud of, a lot of we've done over the past 10 years. So let's raise a virtual cup to make a virtual toast to Millbrae, San Bruno, and Burlingame, and Relay for Life. 10 great years and more years to come in the future. So Relay is made up mostly of volunteers like all of you, but it also takes folks at the American Cancer Society to kind of guide us. So at this time, I'd like to introduce our American Cancer Society advocate for this year's Relay, Blaine Malden.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for being here. A wonderful community event today. I'm excited to be representing ACS. This fight against cancer is personal for me, as it is for many people. Almost 14 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer, but thankfully I am over 13 and a half years cancer-free. So I am happy to be here today. I'm grateful for everybody coming together, all the contributions that have gotten us an amazing event total so far, and our ability to keep fundraising for this cause that is so important to all of us. Events like this make it possible for the American Cancer Society to continue to provide needed services to people impacted by cancer, continue research that is so vital and breakthroughs to saving lives. Our foundation has experienced a huge hit because of the pandemic, but not on the basis of this community right here. This community has come together and raised nearly as much as we did last year, and minus expenses, we're gonna be right where we need to be. And I am just so amazed. We had grand plans in February to be in San Bruno City Park today and camp out and bring everybody together, but things changed. We pivoted. We waited a little bit and hoped it would kind of go away, and then we regrouped. We came back together, and that's why I want to thank right now the event leadership team from this community and all the communities, the 4 or 5 smaller communities that make up this North Peninsula event. Special thanks, Karen, Joe, for really leading us, and everybody else on the ELT. It takes a team to fight cancer, and this right here is one amazing team. I'm going to go into our team slideshow next to highlight everybody that has created this team. There we go. Here are our teams. The Anti-Cancer Crusaders, Burlingame High School Drama Club, Boo, PTK, Burlingame High School, Cappuccino High School Leo's Club, Crushing Children's Cancer, Gold Together Team, the American Line Dancers, Marvelous McGowan, Meraki Ops, Mills High School Interact Club, 2020, Millbrae Surf, Millbrae Lions Club, Millbrae Rotary Cancelers. You guys have to make easier names for me to pronounce here. These are a mouthful. Some of these aren't even words. We have the Millbrae Tribute. We have the Mills Peninsula Cancer Center, Pinky and the Brain and Company. I'd like to meet that company. We have the Quarantine, the Rotary Club of San Bruno, Team Blaine Rides On, and the 3 C's. So everybody who submitted photos here. Here's our Crusaders, Joe and Sherry. Here's our Boo PTK team. Karen and her beautiful family, the Gold Together squad. We have our American Line Dancers, led up by Alan. The Marvelous McGowan team. Our Mills Interact crew. Be hearing from them later. We have the Millbrae Tribute, Steve and all his family and friends. The Mills Peninsula Cancer Center with Robin and Joey leading that up. And here's Alan's Rotary crew. And then our new team that's had a huge impact this year, the Quarantine, led up by Jenna. And then welcome back, San Bruno Rotary Club, Kirsten and everybody there. And last but certainly not least, Team Blaine Rides On. That's me. All right. It takes a team. We'll emphasize that over and over again. It takes a team. And I am very honored to be part of this team with you guys. I am going to hand it over to Alan now to talk about sponsorship.
Thank you, Blaine. You know, with that in mind and talking about sponsorship, you know, I can go over and we'll go over the list of sponsors, but I'm going to tell you right now, the true list of sponsors are all that team that Blaine just got through announcing. The reality is the time that everybody puts in terms of dollars, no sponsor could really compete with, because these people have put their lives out there on a monthly, and you know, every single week that we need to participate, you know, they put themselves out there to really participate and make this event become something that is not just today's event, but will last into the future for years and years. They've planted a tree, we've planted a tree that's grown from the seedling that we started back in 2010. And I'm just so proud of all of you. Everyone on this video right now, everyone participating, for just joining in, because you are our true sponsors. But speaking of that, hey, Blaine, do you have the slide that shows who are the sponsors? Can we put that in?
I do. Let me pop that up right now.
I hope that wasn't too over the top for you guys, because reality is that is truly the deal. So as we look at these sponsors here, I want to just share with you a little bit about each one of them, because some of them date back in time and are part of our beginnings. You look at State Farm, but really that State Farm represents an individual who participated. And this is Sammy, who has just become a really big part of our relay on an annual basis. He wants to make sure every year he gets a T-shirt. It's a big thing to him. And he brought to our relay families that participated from the very, very beginning. So it's not just a sponsorship, it's a participation level, as well as the Lions. You know, the Lions have every year provided food for our event. And yeah, we can talk about $1,000 sponsorship, but the real sponsorship is the heart that goes into making this event keep on happening. And they've given their heart out by being there for pancake breakfasts that we really can't do right now. I guess you can do your own at home, but But that's example of what I'm talking about. And the Peninsula Chinese Business Association, another group that has just been a huge part of our event. And it's not just a name. This is a lot of people that are participating. You talk about the Lions Club and Peninsula Chinese Business Association. It's a ton of people that have put their heart into being part of this event and representing themselves as being part of the community that makes this event take place. Quick story about James Caccia Plumbing. This is really a lion that is Anthony Caccia and his parents' company that's gone on. You know, I called Anthony for sponsorship, and he's typically been at a bronze level each year. And he asked me, how's sponsorship going this year? And I said, well, you know, some people have backed off a little bit. It's kind of tough business times. He goes, I'm going to go up. So he went up to a silver level instead of staying where he was. So congratulations to all of our silver level sponsors. They're awesome. You are the foundation of our event. Let's move to the next slide, please. Help me out. There we go. Anyway, so well, I see myself on the far left. Yes, I am a mortgage banker and mortgage broker, and I'm busier than heck right now because, like everybody, their mother and brother are refinancing, and as well, the purchase marketplace has kind of taken off. So here to help you and here to serve you. Love to, actually. It'd be my honor. Then we have Happy Hall Schools. These are all bronze level sponsors, as you know. Happy Hall has been a participant from the beginning. You actually saw them in the slide. You saw Rachel talking earlier, and Rachel's been a big part of our event. She's been part of our team, and she brings to us the children of our community from the Happy Hall perspective. So thank you for not just only being a dollar level sponsor, but a human sponsor participating in our event. And as well, we have Millbrae Square. You know, Millbrae Square represents a lot of businesses, but the reality is there's one owner of that square who really has their heart in to participating in our event. I send an email out to her, and bam, she does everything in her power to get back to me right away and make sure that her sponsorship comes in. So very, very, very well appreciated. Thank you for always being there with us. And our Rotary Club of Millbrae. You know, the reality is without the Rotary Club of Millbrae and our participation, this event may not actually be taking place. It was really the Rotary Club and the Interact Club that kind of got this event off the ground with a little bit of my help, maybe. And so we're always there at a dollar level sponsor as well as a human level sponsor again. Part of that, here to be part of the event and participate. And so is South San Francisco Scavenger. Always a huge participant. Every year delivering to our live events, trash cans and making sure they're there. And you know, that's not a little thing. It really requires some effort for them to get somebody there on a Saturday morning and participate, as well as the dollar level sponsorship they've done now and in the past. They've just always been there every single year, and they represent a huge amount of money. Next slide, please. As well, continuing in that same vein, are our clubs that are participating, our youth clubs. You know, we look at all the community, but we have to look at also our young community that joins in with all their heart. The Interact Club of Mills High School has really been the impetus of this event because it was they who brought the event to Millbrae initially and now North Peninsula. And they've always been there sponsoring as well our Luminaria ceremony, which is a huge part of our event. And the Leos Club have done many, many things in the past, as well as not only dollar participation, but they've also been a huge part of the event in doing a huge segment of the morning, the last morning, which is our, you know, where we announce the winners and so forth. And we do our Fight Back ceremony. So they've been in charge of the Fight Back ceremony in the past and have really participated in a large level and degree. And then we have Devereaux Kerr, I can't say it, Kerner and Company LLP, which I'm told is Karen's sister, Cynthia. She's part of this company and she's shy, so I'm not supposed to go on and on, but you know, thank you, Cynthia, for participating and being part of our event and joining in on that bronze level sponsorship level. And then we have Dr. Jeffrey Grissard, DDS. Now you may not have caught this, but he is a Rotarian, but he is also a cancer survivor. And he was one of those people putting on his cancer survivor shirt and wearing it in pride. And you know, Jeff, we're glad to have you with us today and also stay with us as a sponsor. We love that too. Thank you so much. So And if you need dental needs, Jeff is the best. My dentist, actually. See that smile? Anyway, Peninsula Healthcare District. Boy, Peninsula Healthcare District has been a foundation of our event. They've been just a huge sponsor in the past and every single year, because the Peninsula Healthcare District actually sponsors health in our community in so many ways. And this is another way in which they sponsor health, and they continue to sponsor health even though they're not walking and doing something healthy. So healthy, you'll expend your energy by reaching into your pocket a little deeper, and that'll be the way that you can help us today. Sponsor yourself with some dollars right now as well. Southwood Plumbing and Heating. This is Dennis and Marciana O'Halloran, again, Rotary Club members that have participated as well every single year. You know, just joining into the financial help as well as being there. You'll see them usually at the registration desk with our Rotary Club. Marshall Inc. Marshall Inc. is our past mayor and, you know, very, very community involved. Annie Oliva, who has her company, Marshall Realty, Marshall Realty Inc. So if you're looking for outstanding realtor representation, go to Marshall Inc. and you'll get that there. They have really been, again, another one of those entities that is there every single year for us. As well, Republic Family of Companies. Now, this is a builder and developer in our community that did not just work to build in our community a place people would live, but decided they would participate on a level of building in the community themselves as representatives of it. And here they are being that representative by sponsoring our event. Thank you very, very much to Republic Family of Companies. Keep going. Millwood Inn and Suites. This is a past Rotary member, actually, and owner of Millwood Inn and Suites. And actually my birthday bud, we share the same birthday. So Vijay Patel, thank you so much for being a sponsor every year. We really appreciate you and appreciate your business. We realize as well that your business is one of those businesses suffering in our environment of COVID, and we pray for you that it will come back. Baywatch, this is a Rotary family company, and Baywatch has done so much in our community during the pandemic. They've given free meals to people that in need, the people that are fighting on the front line, so to speak, people that are out there in the medical community. They've done so much to provide masks and outreach. As well, they're outreaching here today by being a sponsor in our event. Thank you to our signature level sponsors. And last, we have business card sponsors. So these business card sponsors, what's interesting about this, these are $100 donations. Really, $100 donations are the foundation of our event. The concept was in the past that these $100 people would be able to stay overnight on the field, so to speak, and be able to participate. And yet, I'd like to change that concept where they become the building blocks of our event. And why are there only so few business cards here, like from Celeste Pagan, who's a Caldwell Banker realtor, and Mark Amelie Esquire, who is an attorney? I don't know why there's so few cards here. Millbrae Orthodontics, and I can't read the other one over here because my own screen is blocking it. Can anybody help me with this? I can see it now, I moved it. Minor and mid-range home repairs. Oh, Bob Miller, another person who's participated in our event every single year. In fact, Bob goes out there and sticks the signs in the ground all through our community and then picks them up when it's all done. It's not just a dollar sponsorship. Again, it's that time that he puts in, that love of being part of our community. So anyway, I've gone on pretty long about sponsors, and the reason why is because this is probably the only sponsor segment we're really going to have. We might have one later on in the evening, but you know, we wanted to really tell everybody how important sponsorship is. Now, going back to the $100 sponsor, next year, we want to see that page filled with business cards, and we're going to call them the foundation bricks of our relay. So how's that for a concept? Anyway.
Thank you, Alan.
Shall I segue?
We have a quick video to share from one of the sponsors.
Well, that's right.
And now we're going to go into the Why I Relay portion of our event. Alan's going to get us started here, but we have a few volunteers that are going to come off mute for just about a minute or so and share their personal reasons why they relay. So you're up first, Alan.
Why I relay. Actually, you know what? You're why I relay. You know, I'll tell you a story actually. My niece, my wife's niece actually, my niece, lived with us when she was in high school at Mills. And she wanted to participate in a relay event. This is probably, I don't know, 2001 or 2. Didn't know what it was. So we participated in a relay event in Redwood City. Turned out the guy running that event happened to be a very good friend of my wife's. I didn't know that at the time, but when we got there, we found out. And his name was Art. And we got to the end of that evening, and their goal was $100,000 for that event. And here it was, I don't know, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning, and he's talking to me, and he says, you know, he goes, we're almost there. We're like at 99,000, you know, 700 and something dollars. I don't think we're going to make it to 100,000. And I said, you know, it's pretty late, but I have a suggestion. Get on the bullhorn, get on the microphone, wake everybody up and tell them that you're not there yet. And just say this, say, if just one of you could come forward and make the difference. It was amazing what happened. People poured out of their tents at 2 a.m. They brought in over $2,000 out of their tents, change. I mean, piles of change. And they made it over the $100,000. What struck me about that was the community involvement of Relay. It's not just supporting cancer survivors and supporting, you know, finding cures for cancer. It's about community, the community participating together and joining in that fight. And that's what we brought to Millbrae. That's what we wanted to bring to Millbrae. The opportunity for us as a community to participate. And I think we've really done that. You look at what our relay is today. It's a join in of all of our community foundations, all of our community clubs. And we've grown that now to San Bruno. You know, Blaine, you talked earlier about wanting to do this in San Bruno Park. And that is what we really want to do, is really show that Millbrae and San Bruno are a community together. We're not just a single community, and we really are a community together. In so many ways, we represent our collective communities in events that we participate in, events we show up to. And I want to say that San Bruno shows up just like Millbrae does. And we show up together, and we're here, and this is proof. And this is going to grow. I see it growing. I see it becoming an even bigger tree with bigger limbs and bigger branches because of that participation of friendship, really, that exists between Millbrae and San Bruno. Do I relay for the people in my life that I've lost to cancer? Yeah, I do. You know, my very best friend in high school, which chokes me up for a second, catch my breath. He was 18 years old. We both played classical trumpet. We were both in schools in San Francisco, he at State, me at Conservatory of Music, and found out he had lung cancer. Lost a lung at 5 a.m. Strong dude. He came back, he played trumpet. By the way, he lost that lung the night after playing extras with the San Francisco Symphony. This guy was amazing. Total child prodigy. One of the best human beings I've ever met in my life. So anyway, one of the reasons I relay is him, because in that memory of somebody that had that strength to just keep on going, he fought back, he won his battle, he played trumpet again. He actually became principal. Not only was he back trumpeter, he was principal trumpeter of the Oakland Symphony, principal trumpeter of the East Bay Symphony. The guy was amazing. So I fight in honor of the fight that he fought. He lost his fight, but that's part of it. My father fought as well. He had lung cancer and passed away from lung cancer. But, you know, so many friends we can all be touched by that. But I want you to be touched by all the people that are here today that are working hard to fight our battles, the way in which we each fight individually to participate and to make our community be a whole community working in the concept of making cancer better for the ones that have it today and fighting the battle for the ones that may have it in the future and preventing them from having it. And you know, just continuing on and hoping that tree grows bigger and bigger. That's the reason I relay.
Thank you, Alan. We have Jenna up next, who's going to share. So come off mute.
Hi, my name is Jenna. I am a community college student at San Mateo. The reason why I decided to relay was in honor of my family members who are diagnosed. It really ranges from what they've gone through. So one of my closest family members is actually my grandmother, and she's suffered cancer for many, many years. And I know that she can't be a part of these events because she just feels really down and it's really hard on her. So in honor of her and many other family members, I really wanted to be a symbol of hope and hopefully help them in the future or help future generations with the cure of cancer. And that's my whole goal. And I honestly did this with my heart. I didn't do this for any like real goal or wanting to do this because of some other reasons. I really wanted to be a hope for my family and just love my whole community. And that's really why I decided to join Relay. And I'm super grateful that I did. And I'm also a part of the team, which has been amazing. And so that's why I decided to Relay.
Thank you, Jenna. Next up, we have Robin.
Hi, everyone. I got involved in Relay because a friend of mine in my freshman year of college invited me to be part of the planning committee. And I didn't know a whole lot about Relay or about cancer, but I helped out for 2 years. And then in the spring of my sophomore year, I was diagnosed with cancer. My classmates threw me a going away party of sorts. And at that party, my friend said, "We'll see you at Relay in the fall." And that stuck with me. I went home in February, and in August, 2 weeks after I finished my last chemo treatment, I was back at school. Now that was rough, but I did it. And in October of that year, I walked my first relay as a cancer survivor. And I remember that survivor lap, having the community clap for me and cheer for me and everyone else, and thinking that I did it. I made it through treatment. And that's why I relay. And that's why I have been relaying all these years. And behind me, you can see we have a quilt of my different relay shirts throughout the year.
Love it. Thank you, Robin. Next, we're going to pop over to Tony.
Hey guys, my name's Anthony Calvario. I'm 16 years old. I'm a senior at Cappuccino High School, San Bruno. Last school year in the spring, I think, Blaine came up to one of our events for school. He's like, "Hey, you guys should contact us about Relay." You know, at first I was like, why not? And then as soon as started getting more involved into it, I started these memories popped up back again from my childhood. 6 years ago, when I was in 6th grade, I had an uncle of mine who had cancer. None of us knew he had cancer apparently, but he just stuck through it. And he's always the one that didn't really care if I was mischievous or anything, because all my family didn't like me because I was a so-called brat and no one wanted to be around me. But my uncle just took care of me, babysat me, gave me toys and everything. It was amazing. And then a couple months after that, he passed away, and that really stuck with me forever. And then at the same time, 2 years after that, I didn't talk about this earlier, but my 6th grade teacher also was diagnosed with breast cancer. And that was also really rough on me because she's one of the reasons why I I'm able to actually speak English and being able to take these advanced classes in high school. I really didn't speak English that much. My first language was Spanish. And yeah, I'm here for my uncle, my teacher. My teacher is a survivor. So I guess that's why I'm here to relay, show my love and support for both of them who changed my life for the better. Thank you.
Thanks, Anthony. We're going to hop over to Amandeep for our last one.
Hi everyone, I'm Amandeep. So this is my third year with Relay. And I'm here because of a lot of the same reasons we've heard about from everyone, to support all of the survivors, but also all of the losses. And I felt those losses in my own family and through my friends as well. And you know, I think every time you feel or experience one of those losses, it really hits home for me that we do need more. We need to do more, and we need like more innovative treatments. And you know, as a biotech researcher, I do see that, you know, the innovations and breakthroughs that come from these academic labs that ACS supports are really what feed into these companies that will be able to bring things to the clinic to give us new hope. And that hope is so important. So, you know, I'm here to support everyone who survived, remember those who've lost, but also to really, you know, fund those researchers who are doing like, you know, the nitty gritty hard work to really bring us new therapies and new hope. And so with that, I'm gonna hand it back to Blaine.
Thanks, Amandeep. We're gonna bring Alan I on real quick to preview his line dancing today and then share a video. So Alan, if you wanna come off mute, just real quick, we're going a little bit over on time, so we're gonna move fast through our last few parts here.
Hi everybody, this is Alan Isidro, your line dance instructor for so many years. We have a team called American Line Dancers, and this year actually we're happy to share both virtual and live. I will be doing the line dancing fitness hour at 1:30 with the help of one of my dance instructors as the co-host, so she can just let people in. It's a free hour. There will be two versions. This is the Relay for Life dance mix that has been, I guess, donated to American Cancer Society for years by John Christopher Davis. So that's a good song that you will enjoy listening to. And tonight, well, late this afternoon at 4:30 to 6:30, we'll be at the Millbrae Tennis Court, number 3, doing an in-person what we normally do as an in memory and in honor of people that we've lost to cancer. For years, I just want to show you the list. We've got, you know, among, for so many years since I started being part of Relay for Life, I've been doing the line dancing part of it. So instead of just walking and running, we dance. And among our, you know, my students, my followers, my friends, we've gathered names because they give us names of their loved ones they lost to cancer. And so with those that has survived. So we have right now more than 350 names. This afternoon, I told them that to cut on the time, only those who attending in person will have to give their names that we want to honor, so that we won't be playing too many songs just to finish all the 300 plus names. But we will have the list, obviously, in spirit. You know, they will always be with us. I made this as my annual, how do I call this? Because I lost my parents, I lost my brother, I lost my brother-in-law, which is just this year, to cancer. So to me, doing this will always have a time that I will always remember them, dancing for them because they lost the battle, you know, with cancer. And hopefully in the process, with all the, I guess, the support we're giving to American Cancer Society, the survivors will be outnumbering the victims. So that's the kind of the idea. Right now, it's really 4-1. It's almost like only 100 people, and then we have almost 350 already that we lost among our friends. But anyway, so that's the long and short of it. And I think Blaine is going to show you at least a sample of the line dancing that I'm going to teach later on.
There we go. We'll do a little chunk of this.
Okay, we are recording our.
But this is the harder version. Okay.
July 6. This is the updated version of Purple Shuffle Fight Back Cha 2020. Okay, the step sheet is already on Ticket. So, and this is also going to be part of my Zoom lesson for September 26th. Intermediate level. Five, 6, 7, 8. Sorry. Fresh.
All right, that's a great preview there. Thank you, Alan. And then I'm gonna spotlight Karen now to talk about our survivor portion.
Thank you. So thank you all for sharing why you relay. I think it really captures the heart of why all of us are here. And what our, we talk about the main things that we want to do during relay. And the first portion is really honor and celebrate our survivors. And so we've put a video together of interviews with 6 amazing and courageous survivors that we want to share with you today. And thank you, MCTV, because actually MCTV did the work and they've been an incredible sponsor and help to us as well.
Thanks, Karen.
You know, one of the main things cancer taught me was to enjoy my life and the things that I had, not take anything for granted because, you know, at some point it could be taken away from you for no reason.
The reason to support Relay for Life is, this is hard to put into words here, but it's, you do not know the life-giving energy and support it gives to a survivor. Having cancer can be lonely. You can kind of feel like you're in your own little world and nobody understands.
You know, for those of us who are lucky enough to make it, you know, there's so much strength in the human spirit that we can overcome something like cancer. And, you know, if you need help, reach out. My name is Robin. I had nasopharyngeal cancer, and that was 14 years ago. I was in college when I was diagnosed. At that age, you kind of think that you're invincible, you know, that other people die, older people.
I am Gianluca Vachuki. I am 14 years old, and I had melanoma when I was 2 years old. Well, I don't remember much because I was only 2 years old, but I know that it was a very rare type of cancer, especially for someone so young.
My name is Gabrielle O'Neill. I have been a cancer survivor for 4 years. In 2016, through a routine mammogram and ultrasound, I was diagnosed with what is called stage 0 DCIS breast cancer. I have no family history on either side. The first person to be diagnosed in my family, so that was definitely a shock and surprise to everyone. But it also was a big wake-up call to my family and my friends, because it just goes to show you that no matter what, You can be that one person.
My name is Dave Fernandez, and I've been a cancer survivor for 4 years. I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma on September 9th, 2016. So I'm about to start my 5th year as a survivor.
Hi, my name is Tim Christian. I am 54 years old, and in 2017, I was not feeling good when school started. It was August, and we were having a first chance or back to school dance, and I was sweaty and broken down. So on that Friday for that dance, I was like, if I have to come back to this dance, I gotta go home and take a nap. I never came back. So that Saturday I was diagnosed with a testicular germ cell cancer.
Hi, my name is Blaine Malden. I'm the ACS staff partner for the Relay for Life of North Peninsula, and I'm also a cancer survivor, so this event, this cause, and this foundation are very important to me. I was diagnosed with cancer in the fall of 2006, so almost 14 years ago. Thankfully, after a few surgeries and 3 rounds of chemo, I was deemed cancer-free in February of 2007, so I have been cancer-free for 13 and a half years now. As challenging as the diagnosis and treatment and stuff like that was, my most kind of challenging time with my cancer experience happened after I finished my treatments, and I was basically told to go home and just kind of sit and wait, and I didn't know what my life would look like moving forward, how healthy I would be, but thankfully been cancer-free for 13 and a half years now.
I had to make that decision to come home and to give up that independence that I really treasured. And so I moved home. My parents took care of me. And really, it was for the best. I couldn't have gone through that treatment and gone to school at the same time. The chemo, I went through 6 rounds. And ultimately, even though I did get sick from that, it wasn't that bad. The radiation, on the other hand, was brutal. But I made it, I gained back my independence and my strength. It certainly took time, and I had to be patient with myself. And I think that was the hardest part, You watch everyone else around you and they're leading their normal lives. And how do you get back to that?
I was pretty resentful at first. Wait a minute, what about my plan? How are we going to do this? And all of a sudden, it turned out that you aren't in control of your life. Somebody else controls your life. But what you are in control of is what you can do with every day that you are given.
What it meant was that things are more real after that. And the hang-ups in life are just not hang-ups anymore. And so to come in and to be able to do my job, I just felt more free. And I think through that freedom, I think I become more creative, and I think I become more loving. And I just have been able to connect with people more freely. Cancer was just a part of my thing. It isn't all of who I am. And so I've really been pleased with all the people who have cheered me on. And it's funny because, whenever I try to use the cancer card, nobody really lets me get away with that. And I'm like, why not? They're like,
People right now are also going through the coronavirus struggle, and that can be a lot worse on patients already going through other cancer treatments, because sometimes it weakens people, and it can be a lot worse if they get coronavirus.
Right now with the global pandemic and COVID situation, I really feel for the people getting those diagnoses. Being in the hospital, not knowing if you're exposing yourself to something that could be really harmful, You know, one message I really want to share is just thanks and appreciation for everybody that hasn't directly been impacted by cancer, but chooses to make the battle theirs. Whether it's for a loved one, a family member, you're fighting our fight, and I know that I appreciate it, and I'm sure that every cancer survivor, patient that you're here for really, really appreciates your support in this fight.
My one message today, not only to say that I'm thankful to be a breast cancer survivor, but also is to say, don't put your screening aside. Get your mammogram, get checked, whether it's, for your breasts, for skin, for anything that seems abnormal. Not knowing is far worse than knowing and having options.
Relay for Life, I mean, it gives life to the people who need it the most, which is us survivors.
It's been an incredible way to meet others whose lives have been touched by cancer. And I want to give that back, to people who aren't newly diagnosed with cancer, and to support them and help them understand that, there's so many of us out there, sadly, but we're here for you.
Research anywhere helps patients everywhere. So any breakthroughs that can be made, regardless of where it's at, could change the entire fight against the disease.
A platform, a place to come together and to celebrate or to grieve the triumphs and losses that people have gone through with cancer.
So I'm happy to share my story. I am a survivor. Thank you, Relay for Life.
Thank you to all of our survivors. Some of you are on with us today. Thank you for your courage and your strength. And thank you to all of you again, because this is why we're here. This is why we're doing what we're doing, and this is why we continue to fight. I also want to let you know that our generous San Bruno Rotary Club is going to be providing special blankets for all of our survivors registered for this event and who took part in the video. So we'll be making arrangements to make sure to get those to you. So thank you, San Bruno Rotary.
Hey, Karen, can I jump in with one quick comment? I got a text last night at 8:30 from such a good friend that said, "Hi, talked to my oncologist today, and my current status is cancer-free." Woohoo! Just wanted to share with you.
Wonderful.
Isn't that cool? Last night.
That's awesome. What a perfect way to officially kick off our relay. And it looks like Joe is getting hot again and revealing another another Relay for Life shirt. I think it says 2016 on that one, 2015. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave you with an exciting rundown of what we have planned today. So we really hope that you join us. We've got so many great activities going on today. We have a whole schedule and lineup, starting with our car parade at 12 o'clock. There is online, you can see the parade route if you want to join us, or if you want to hang out and watch us go by. We're going to have the Millbrae Lions. They have a car club, so there's going to be lots of classic cars joining us in the relay. And that's going to go from San Bruno through Millbrae and end at Burlingame High School. We've got, starting at 7:30 this morning, Baywatch in Burlingame. They have wonderful owners who are also Millbrae Rotarians, and they're going to be giving 20% of proceeds to our event, to Relay for Life. All you have to do is mention Relay, and you can dine in or pick up to go. And then we've also got, and here's the flyer, you can also print that out if you'd like. It's also linked online. Great food, great people, and a great cause. And then we've got our fitness hour, and we've got technology hour, and we've got arts and crafts and baking, and we have so much for you to join in. So take a look online, take a look at the details. All the links are there. We have a DJ at 7:30 to 8 who's going to kind of warm us up into our luminaria and closing ceremony. So you can listen to some great music maybe while you're wrapping up dinner. And then of course, as is our very special tradition, we want to remember those who've lost their battles and honor those who are battling or who have survived during our luminaria and closing ceremony starting at 8 o'clock. So we hope to see you. Yes, please, Joe.
Remember, during the fitness hour from 1:30 to 2:30, you can go on Zoom and line dance with Alan and his team. And then again, live from 6:30 to 8:30. Is that right? At the Millbrae tennis court at next to where the old rec center was.
4:30 to 6:30.
Oh, I'm sorry, 4:30 to 6:30. Excuse me. 4:30 to 6:30 is the live dance marathon at the tennis court number 3. Also on Technology Hour, if you come on at 3:30, if you'd like to, I'm going to be hosting a virtual edition of Family Feud with a cancer theme. So that should be a lot of fun. During our arts and craft hour, you can learn how to paint. There's a step-by-step instructional video on how to paint Starry Nights. There's also some lessons on decorating sugar cookies with icing. And we also have an origami folding video for you to watch. So lots of activities during the day. So check in from time to time. And please be sure to make some posts to Facebook over the course of the day to show us what you're up to. When you do that, if you use the hashtags RFL North Peninsula or hashtag Millbrae TV, we'll be sure to see your posts on Facebook. So, stay tuned, be active, have a good time with your team. And remember, the whole thing is about making money for the American Cancer Society and all the wonderful things that they do for us. So thanks for being a part of this opening ceremony. Karen and I and all of us are going to head over to San Bruno Park for the car parade. We're going to leave there at 12 o'clock noon sharp. So get your cars decorated and we'll see you at the car parade over the course of the day at our various activities, and most certainly for our closing ceremony tonight at 8 o'clock for our closing ceremony in Luminaria. So Blaine, any closing words?
Just thank you, just appreciation and continued thanks for everything today. You guys have a great day. Take part in all these fun activities. We put a lot into them, and we will see you back on tonight.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, thank you.
Bye, thank you all.
Fight back against cancer.
Post on Facebook about the parade.
We are. We're going to have some live streaming going on.
Gotta go jump to my car. Oh, I got one more shirt too.
Oh, let's see. Which one is this?
I got a new nickname. I got a new nickname for you, Joe. Hot Flash Joe.
All right. Well, I'm going to go jump in the car too, because or else we're not going to make it on time. So thank you, everybody, and see you at the parade.
Bye-bye.
You guys.